Okay. Okay, so no announcements, at least for now. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Hopefully, everybody watch Ready Player One, of course. Don't hate. But
The
anyway,
heck?
it's a movie. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Going straight to the gusto. What's a class?
It's a piece of code that is it's an abstract piece of code that represents something in the real world.
That's right. God damn, I'm gonna give you a fist bump for that. Mm,
But I'm
nice.
invisible.
No, no. Well, I'll hook you up. I said that on the,
Awesome.
through the internet. Yeah. So it's like a
We could
blueprint.
probably
Yeah.
yes,
Oh, go ahead.
a
Sorry.
blueprint. So
Yeah.
we
So it's
probably could like make a function called fist bump.
exactly that's what a person does, and you guys would know how to create functions and whatnot. Okay. So I'm in a class right now, right? Look at that. It's pretty sweet. So do you guys remember what these things are called and what they are? It's okay if you
They're
don't.
Variables.
Something like that, yes. But what is the legit definition, the official?
they're the properties of a
That's
class.
right. Fuck yes. That is correct. It is a property. Beautiful. You guys remember that? This is a class, right? These are the properties right
Oh
here.
yeah.
So, so what are properties? What?
There are more information regarding a class.
Yeah. So they give, they flesh out your class. They give additional information about your class. It's also a place where you could use, just to store information about your class as well. And they are variables. You're correct. Okay. And what are these? What is this? Actually, what's this bad boy here? What's this? What are these things called? You guys remember what are they? Well, what is it first of all? What's the
Talking
basic?
about functions here.
Well, yeah, exactly. It is a function. Yeah, you're correct. But what is the technical definition when it's inside a class? Which that's what we're getting at. What's another name for a function?
A method.
It's an action.
Exactly. Both of you are right. No, no, both of you are right. Now, let me tell you a secret. You guys are ready for the secret? Okay.
Listening.
All right. So it's called, normally they're old functions. They're definitely old functions. That is the kind of the overall definition, the generic and general definition. But when it's inside a class, it's called a method. Are you guys good with that?
Yes.
So all it really is just a function. But you're gonna hear, people say like, oh yeah, this method and this method does this. All it is, they're just referring to a function, which is a piece of code that does a task inside a class. Okay. Now, to further define, when you have a function inside a controller, it's called an action. Are you guys good with that?
You said when it's inside of a controller, it's an action.
Yes. When it's inside a controller, like you see these dudes here, those are actions. So basically, whatever you're getting redirected to or directed to, those are actions. So it's, yeah. So there you could sort of call them interchangeably. So So remember, whenever you deal with anything that uses the routing and redirecting, so if a function does that, that is called an action. If it just does any job, any kind of job, it's called a method or a function, whichever you want to call it. So let's see. So if I were to create, we have those actions up here, right? If I were to create, one second. All right. Let's see. Turn. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Num1. Okay. What would this be called? Well, actually, we're not returning anything. Got you, suckers. Let's say I have a function called display that just displays a number. Just don't have to worry about what it does. It just does its job. All right. So this would be a method. Because right now we're not using it with the routing at all. We're using it sort of to, so it all depends. Actually, it's fine. Just, I think we're kind of confusing ourselves here when we don't need to. Just know that you could call them by different names. So method, actions, or functions. Once you do it enough times, you'll figure out which is which and when to call them where. So for now, let's just call them all methods or functions. All right. But if I refer to an action, where will you find an action normally?
Inside of a controller.
Boom! Exactly. That's exactly what we wanted to, what I wanted to state. And if I were to refer as a method, where would I find a method?
In a class.
That's right. Easy peasy beautiful cover girl. That's right. I like that commercial. Okay, so do you guys remember these bad boys here? You guys remember all of this over here? You guys remember how we broke down problems and sounded them out and basically did it line by line? Was that, sorry?
You were trying to call out the solutions, figure out the makeup of the.
Yeah, exactly. So you sound it out, you logically sound it out, break it into steps. Do it in what is that called when you do kind of fake code? You guys remember?
Pseudocode.
That's right. And again, pseudocode is one of the most important things that you can, that you could get practice on or that you can do because it's very, very important. Okay, see pseudocode right here. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so I guess you guys get the idea of a class pretty decently. Now, hold on, I'm just gonna, since we don't need this. I'm just gonna comment this out for now, since we don't need it. Okay, up to here our code is good, it's compiling. So do you guys realize that we have a class? One second. We have a sweet class here. And what is a class again? It's a blueprint, correct? Right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So right now, let's see. 1 second. I hope you guys have some kind of maybe a text editor open or something. But okay, we're here, and let's just create a function. All right. All right. Generate character. Yep. All right. Again, sorry, we kind of it's very important that we do this kind of a few times. That way, you guys, it's you get the idea, and it solidifies itself. Okay. So right now we're somewhere else in the code. Okay. I mean, we're still in the home controller, right? And remember, in the home controller, you can have actions, but you could also have some kind of other functions. Just making sure. Should have prepared this earlier. My bad. Okay, so generate character. Let's create a generate character function that generates a character. In this case, well, let's say that it generates a character and then returns something of type person. When I say it returns something of type person, do you guys understand 100% what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah, sorry, sometimes I will need your, like your assent or yeah, or a yeah or something. Or a hell yeah
Yes.
or something. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yes. Yeah, so here, this is going to be the function that generates a character. So if we want a function that generates a character, what kind of stuff do we do we need to provide it?
Probably need to provide it a name.
Oh, all right, that's right. So this is a character generator. This is a character. Let's say that we are this is kind of doing it backwards, but yeah. That this function takes a character, takes a lot of functions, well, a lot of data about a character, and creates a character with that information in it. So let's say it takes a what? A name?
Yes.
Okay. Name. What else?
String race.
Well, yes, somewhat, but let's see. Remember, we have a person, and what we're creating is something of person type. So,
Oh crap.
So how can we know what kind of properties or information a person type can handle?
Oh, it's in the class.
Exactly.
Oh crap. Job
So
age.
so where can I find a class? Anybody know? Where is it?
Go down to line 60 something.
That's right. Or check this out. Or you guys ready for this? You guys ready for magic?
It's gonna jump.
Okay. You right click on it.
Yep, he's gonna jump.
You guys see where it says F12 or jump to it?
See, go to definition.
Boom, there we go. We're right there. So this takes us to the definition of the class. That way we can see, hey man, what kind of information can I put in the class? How can I use it? What kind of stuff does the class have? And then we can say, oh, okay, we have name, job, towel, status, and and it has the sweet methods too. So you know that you could drink a potion with the type of person and take potion and jump, eat, sleep, and all that good stuff. Right. Okay, so our person, we have string name. What else?
Job.
What kind of data type is job?
String. String job.
What else? Mm, HP. All right, does that make sense?
Do we have start HP on there?
No, it's these are just variables or arguments. But a start HP, where do you think would be? Because we're generating a character, we're creating it from start.
We want to define that, right?
Well, we don't need to. Actually, let me just leave it out. We'll encounter it later. You're correct.
I mean, we could set everyone to start out at, or just per.
Yeah, max hit points. You're correct.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean.
Yeah, no, you're correct. You're correct because this is the generate, so we don't need this. Later on we might, but not now. Good eye. Okay, I just went somewhere I'm not supposed to. Don't look at that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so one thing that well, let's continue. Let's continue. Again, this is a method or function that we're working on that returns something of type person. It takes a whole bunch of arguments, information of a person. And again, you see I'm saying generate character, right? So we're assuming that the character that we're generating is going to be of type person. Right? Okay. Okay, so now we have all these things, and so how can I create something of type person and put this information inside? Actually,
Are you saying we want to create an instance of it?
yeah. Okay, so your I'm going to give you a quick assignment create an instance of the person, put this information in it, put the correct hit points, and return that instance for this function. All right? I'll be back in 1 minute or two. Do you guys get what I asked?
Yes.
Sweet. Be right back.
All right. Time to stop coding. Let's go.
Hello. Oh yeah, so I'm teaching my class now, so it's all good. I set up here. I set upstairs, so I'm good. Yeah. No. It's actually upstairs is pretty good, and I got Wi-Fi and everything, so I'm good. Programming class. Here. No, I'm creating my own. Yeah. Basically, I'm doing what universities are doing, but in order to go to university, you have to pay like $10,000, $15,000. It's called a code camp, a programming camp. Like people go like 3 months, like hardcore programming, and they learn, and then they go out. Yeah, so I'm doing that, for free for people. Yeah, people that want to do it though, they want to know how to do it. There's no bullshit. I mean, no BS. Because I mean, if they do it right and if they go all out, I mean, you're good. You can definitely get a job, and if you practice it, you learn how. Yeah, but it's not for everybody though. They have to be serious. They have to be hardcore. Yeah. You gotta spread the love, baby. You gotta spread the love. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, so I have a few people that are interested in their keep it on, and yeah, if they finish it, then they'll probably do okay. And it's easier too because like I could sort of help them be like an intern. I could say like they're working, like an intern where I work sort of, get experience and stuff, and then they get their door, like their foot in the door and stuff. So that's good. Exactly. Since I have a lot of experiences, I know BS just boom because I know all the shortcuts. I know everything. I'll be back though. I gotta. Yeah. I'm back, please. You can you hear me? Sorry about that. What's up? Do you guys finish it all because you guys are awesome?
What was the question?
Sorry to disappoint.
Wait, what? Oh, you're killing me here. You're killing me. Okay, Dave, what is it? Give me what you wrote.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Give me what you wrote. Paste it. I will paste it in there. See what we got.
So you want us to return a type hit points?
No, person. Remember, I asked you basically to do what this function is supposed to do.
Okay.
Yes.
No, so, that's what I typed. That's what I got.
Okay, let me see. Give me what you got.
It's there.
Okay.
It's the pointing.
Create an instance of a person.
Okay, look, that's not bad. I'm gonna copy that. I have to agree that is disappointing, but it's okay. It's okay. But it's something though. Exactly, it is something. Remember, sound it out, pseudocode it first, and then logic it out, and then go with the flow.
Ouch.
All right, Dave, what you got? Show me what you got.
Okay. Typing.
Cut paste, baby. Cut and paste.
Okay.
Give me the moves.
Hold on. Let's see. Control C.
You're not Googling, are you? Although Googling would be okay.
No.
Googling is okay. I accept Googlers.
There.
Googling might have taken a while.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Okay. Which one should I take?
Damn it.
That's a lot.
Is It's the
last
first one. The last one, yes.
Okay.
Person dot name equals.
Okay, okay. Okay, so let's hmm.
Last one.
Okay, this one, right? So you sort of got something right, maybe, but again, let me ask you, was it clear what I asked from the beginning? Maybe not. I just want to make sure that
No.
No? Okay, no. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to give it to you again then. Okay, ready? Okay. I'm going to ask you again, and then I'll give you 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. We have a generate character function or method, correct? All right. The function will take these parameters arguments and will create a person, a character, and put this information into that new created character and then return that character or person. Was that kind of better or not really?
Turn a person.
If it isn't, it's okay. I mean, let me know, because this is important. This is very important, because I'm describing to you sort of what it's supposed to do. Kind of like this is a requirement of what the function should do. Is it better if we write it out? I think it's better if we write it down. Should we do that? Might be clearer. Hold on, let me
See.
myself. Hold on.
Ow. Curses.
Actually, I'll
Apologies,
leave it.
I'm struggling here for a minute. I've got a hardware problem. My mouse is using a different profile on me, and it's not working properly.
Oh, all right. Let me know if you need a minute or two.
I'm not sure how to fix it.
Maybe kill it and reconnect it or something?
Yeah, I have to take my whole desk apart to do that, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's like all over the place. Oh, okay. You got the wiring. You got the wiring.
Yeah,
all
no,
around.
I mean, my computer is actually inside of the desk.
Oh, damn. Got one of them technical ones. Hiding.
Yeah,
It's a
I
ninja
like
one.
it.
No, yeah, it's very nice, yeah.
For this, the amount of times I've had to open it up and take all the monitors off and basically clear the desk is not a happy occasion.
I feel you. It's good for feng shui, too. It's all about that feng shui. All right, so...
it feels nice when it comes to that.
All right, so while you're doing that, I'm just going to write out what we want to do, and then I'll let you guys do it, okay? Ready? Okay,
all right.
Here we go. Some character. There you go. So this is really good. This is a really good exercise because in your mind you have to read those, those instructions, and in your mind turn it into code in your head, and that's what programming is all about. That's the money right there. So this is where the figuring out the puzzle, or kind of breaking things down into steps, comes from. And again, the more you do it, the better you become at it until it becomes kind of second nature. And remember, do not ever overthink programming. It's the opposite. You have to remember you have a big problem. Like you have a big problem, and then you break it down into small steps. So the breaking down of smaller steps, that is programming, right? And that is where you become really good at problem solving and all that good stuff. I also found that it's pretty good in real life. You could use that. Just don't freak out. Break things down into small problems and work it out. That's how we do. That's how we do. So sound it out, read it out loud, rub it down, taste it, and see how you can how you can do this. Oh, let me add this right here. There you go, with the information, and returns it. I will give you guys a minute. If not, we'll just do it ourselves. No worries. No shame in the game. Remember, this is just a function. We're a function that returns a person. We're not actually. Well, yeah. Go ahead. How you guys doing? 30 seconds. I should put the Jeopardy theme.
I might actually have to pull my mouse out to reset it. I got it so I can work, but it's not doing any of the fancy stuff right now. So I'll worry about that later.
All right, no worries. Yeah, that's how I feel when I use the mouse at home and I play PUBG. None of my shortcuts work. I'm like, no. But you're working a little bit. You're sort of good.
Yeah, I'm not too sure of that. It's got a little blinky light and it's going crazy on me right now. I think there might be a short.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll be back in a minute. You got a minute? Working. Well, I'm coming. What's happening? Oh yeah. All right. Ready? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but
It's okay. No
move
worries.
forward.
Yeah, no worries. How are you doing, Dave? You got anything for me? Remember, we don't want no scrubs. Scrub is that guy.
Takes arguments and creates a person character.
Yeah.
Turns it.
Yeah. So let's sound it out. Let's sound it out. Okay. Okay. So this function takes an argument. Well, takes arguments, right? So our function took arguments, right?
Right.
Okay. So we got this information here, right? So what is next? We have to do what? Sound it out. Talk to me.
We had to name that person's name, then get his age. Get his job.
No. You're going ahead. What is the first thing we need to do?
The first thing?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, what is...
So we have to create, because this needs to return something of type person, correct?
Right.
Okay, so when we started on the code, do we have anything of type person that exists in this space?
No.
Nope. So what do we do?
Oh crap.
We've encountered it before.
We have
But
to go to.
if not, let's just go over it now, which is kind of important. So, how do I create something of a type?
Damn.
No, that's fine. You guys will remember. We kind of briefly did it, so it's okay. So now this is important. This is a good lesson right here. So I am going to create something of a type person. All right. I'm gonna say later. My character. Okay, what kind of type do I need to complete? I mean, what kind of object or class I need to create?
A person.
Yeah. There you go. So, this is the tricksy part here, but we will get it. Okay, so remember how the class, it's kind of like an abstract or a blueprint for an idea or an object?
Yeah.
Okay, so the new keyword says, hey, take this blueprint and create an actual image of this or an instance of this and build it in memory and call it my character. Oh yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. I know your minds are kind of all over the place now, but we'll get this. Okay, so remember. So what does the new keyword do? It creates instances of classes. So that's right. I'm gonna write this in a cool file here. Don't worry, don't get confused. This is the sort of tricksy part. Real version of the blueprint. All right. Okay, so we're good so far here. I know it's a little bit tricksy. So, once we do this here, we have an instance or we have an instance or a clone or an actual instance of a person. That's what it's called. It's called an instance of a person, which which resides in memory. So this is pretty much the same thing. If we say string, well, actually, var my name equals new string. From your point of view, this is sort of the same thing. If you guys get this, you see, remember that we did this before? I mean, we know what a type of string is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's sort of the same thing as creating something of type string, except we kind of do it the short version. We go string and then my name equals Caesar or something. All right. But this is just a way of. Oh, and by the way, this is used mostly for classes because you're creating an instance of a class. All right. So again, this is a little abstract, but we'll get there. So again, so since we create it, so now we have an instance of a person. And what is the name of our instance of a person?
My character.
Correct. Yep. So this is don't get lost. We got this. So now, remember what we said about anything you create? So this is a variable, pretty much. My character, it's a variable of type. What type? Of type person. So in memory, we have my character. This is important. I really need you to pay attention here because this is, all right, my character. And let me see, of type person. So in memory, we have this. And instead of being an integer, let's say this is, I had a, num1, and I had a number in here. So what kind of information can my character contain? So, wait, of type. So if I have something of num, called a variable called num1 of type integer, which can contain one number, in memory, I just created something called my character that is of type person. So what kind of information would I be able to put inside my person? I mean my character, sorry.
Information that the person defines?
Exactly. Like this stuff. Right here. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So again, don't get confused here. This is the tricksy part, but we'll get through this. All right. Forget about this public stuff here. Don't worry about it. Doña, they locked my dog here. Dejó a la niña, doña. They just locked my dog here with me. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I really should have prepared this, my bad. Shift lips. Okay. So I have access to that kind of information in there. Because this is a class and is therefore has a different structure. It's more complex. This is good. You get ready. Again, get ready. I'm hitting your mind over here. I'm hitting your mind. Okay. So my character in memory. And then I can manipulate the properties. I can manipulate the properties of this type. Okay, so you guys are going to see, you're going to go, and get a better idea when when we're doing this. But for now, hang in there. So again, I have created my character, which is something of type person. Is it easier if we call it just my person? I mean, it's less confusing. Or my character's okay?
My character's okay. I find that if we name things too closely, then it actually does get confusing.
Yeah. All right. Good. So I have created something of type of type person called my character. So So I have said, so I have created something of type person. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and is my character. So what is the next step?
Defining that my character.
Exactly. When you mean defining, do you mean adding the information that we receive from the arguments, right?
Correct.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so here. Hold on. So right here, give me 1 second. Let me get my nephew's here. Uh, that's better. Sorry. Okay, so so what kind of information can I put in my character? I created it, so it exists. What can I do?
You can name my character.
That's right. You mean I could put a name into the character? Yes, that is correct. So, well, since this generated and we're getting that information from somewhere, right? When we use the function, and we're putting it into name. So, let's see. Let's try to do that. Now, the way we do this, the way we access properties in a class, this is important, is by using a dot. Are you guys ready? Dot. Oh, yeah. Do you guys see that? This is how you explore a class. This is what you can see what you have access to in a class. So in my character, I have things like I could fiddle around in the name, a job, hit points, age, and there's a couple of things here that are kind of automatic. Don't worry about those. Okay. Let me put that in our cool file. All right, so how do I access properties and methods?
With a dot.
That's right. So I want to put, so this version, my instance of my character, type person. So what should I set it equal to if we're creating a character using these arguments?
Equal quotes and then a string.
That is sort of okay. That is somewhat okay. Yes. Let's see. That is somewhat okay. Yes. What kind of information do I want to put? What else? What kind? What else? Remember, we're
Age.
Age. Okay. Remember, these are arguments that we're taking into this function to create a character with this information that is being passed. We will kind of doing it backwards, but it's fine. I mean, we're getting here. Okay, so age. So
job.
My character, yeah.
Job first, second.
Okay. Job. Got you. Job.
String character.
Okay, so let's say I'm a healer. That's gonna be my job. I always have to heal because nobody wants to heal because everybody wants to DPS. Everyone wants to do damage. Nobody wants to heal.
The healer could do damage.
Yeah.
White spell, man.
Yeah, but still, everybody wants to just see big numbers and damage. Nobody wants to do important stuff. Okay, so healer. So age. All right, age. Let's say I'm gonna be 111. I'm an elf or something. Mole. Okay. Towel status, of course. Towel status equals true. The default for these it's false. If you ever need to know. Okay. So we have created a character and we put basic information for this character. And what else do we need here? What else? Get a sandwich here. Mm. Well, have we accomplished everything that we need to do for this function?
Well, you probably need their start and hit points.
That's right. So if I were to return or finish this person and return it, what would the hit points be?
My character dot max hit points.
Oh no, I mean like, well, what we want to do is this: my character dot hit points, because that's what represents the current, the hit points equals what?
Max hit points.
That's right. Max hit points or 20, whichever you prefer. But this is max hit points. This is what you want. Beautiful. So now we have an actual character. You know, somewhat that is cool. And then how do I return that? I mean, how? Yeah, because it's expecting me to return something of type person, and we have something of type person.
Yeah, my character.
Exactly. So what should we be returning?
Return my character.
Return person?
No, return my character.
Right. Matt.
Yeah, my character is type person.
By the way, the problem that I'm having is with all Logitech devices right now, and it's because of Discord. So I'm not going to restart, but that would be the solution.
Holy crow.
Yeah, I have a Logitech handler in Discord, and it's doing something with. I've got my webcam, my mouse, and keyboard are all freaking out.
Holy crap! That's really weird. But I mean, are you sort of okay now, or you need to restart? If you need to restart, go ahead.
I'm at a point where I can work. That's
okay.
It was worrying me. Had enough problems this past week.
Okay, good. Okay, so generate character. Okay, so my question to you is, does this work for you? I mean, do you guys understand this right here?
Yeah. Somewhat, I wish I got to review the last material before we started, but we're basically where we left off at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so, well, I'm just gonna erase this because we're not using it right now, and we have a pretty good beat on this right here. So I have a function called generate character that gives me a person. And we instance something of type person, called it my character. Remember, so again, in memory, there's something called, there's a variable called my character. That is something of type person. And it has this information in it. Do I need to, let me see. Do you guys know what this would look like here somewhat? In memory? What would be in memory, what would be name equals? Caesar, right? Let's see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The healer, yeah, 111.
Exactly. So in memory right now we got this cool thing that this is what's happening here, right here. And hit points equals 20. So this is pretty cool here. So in memory we have this. So I mean, well, when we call the function and we run that, this is what that would be equal to. So now you guys got, okay, so we're gonna do something really cool, and then I don't know how tired you guys are, but this is kind of important. You guys, I need you to focus for the next 5 or 10 minutes. You guys ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay. So we have a function, generates a character, and returns it of type person. So now, let's say main program. That's right. Make believe that I have something called main program, which is the main function of a program. So basically, this is where we start. This is where we start. Forget about everything else. This is the first thing. There's nothing else, right? Like your program, if you were to run this program here, what would it do?
Includes, and then we'll have the program.
What's that? I'm sorry?
So we have our includes, and then we start the program.
Yeah, right here. Right into it. So this is where we start. This is where the magic happens. Yeah. All right. So I want to do two things. Let's say there's a cool RPG, a cool programmer. Yeah. Cool RPG. All right. So let's create. We're working on an RPG. So what is the first thing that you need to do? Let's say that this is an RPG that needs it's a party of 3 people. Okay. Should I switch main program to game, or main program is fine?
Main is usually universally understood.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay. So we're good at the point that what we're trying to do is create a game or some kind of game. Correct? We're good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And the game that we want, we're fleshing it out, and we want to create a party of 3 people. Just to start. So we're here, and we're gonna create a party with 3 people. And so let's pretend. Okay, so do we have a way of creating one person that is easy currently? Well, we do. We have a generate character, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and that returns something of type person. Okay, so now, don't get lost here. This is good. So now, I'm gonna create something. Character 1. Okay, so character 1, and I want the character 1. So we have something called generate character. Now this will generate a character. We have that function, right? All right. So now, here, do you guys understand what this is doing? And let's say
we're creating a character 1, using the generate character function.
Yes. And what's gonna be the name of this character?
Caesar?
Correct, yeah. And what class is he going to be?
A healer.
That's right. So if I were to say output, you guys remember alert? Alert is just a pop-up window. It doesn't really work here, but this is just for me to, tell you or something. To show. All right. Yeah, so character one dot name, that would be Caesar, correct? All right. So again, this generated a character, pretty sweet character, and we're doing it creating a function here. I mean, we're creating it by using this function. Okay, so if I said var character 2 and use the same function, okay, so how is character 1 and character 2 different? Or are they different?
At this point, they're not. We have to define them?
Well, they're the same. Yeah, I'm boning your heads, I know. Yeah. Because remember, we kind of forgot something. I mean, do you guys see that there's something wrong with generate character? I mean, what is wrong with generate character, this function?
It only generates one type of character.
Yep, exactly. Not even one type. Just one character with the same name and the same class.
So I ran into this with the little program I tried to make. I could only make one form, and I could make many forms, but I couldn't generate a form, with code that would be unique. So you got my attention here, because this was a problem.
Oh no, good. Yeah. So again, you guys see how this code, this function, generates only one kind of pretty much one type of person. So wouldn't it be cool if we create a function called generate character that we can pass information to, pass some kind of basic information to, and then it would create something of that kind. I mean, it would create a person with that information. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be amazing.
Like for example, if we were here, if I wanted the character 1 to be something of type healer, let's say I want to say something like this, like 1 second. Let's see. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I forgot if I have to push it over something. Okay, so let's say okay, so let's say that I wanted to create something like this. Let me see. What class you want to be? There.
Wizard.
Okay. True. So, do you guys see what I'm trying to do here? Do you remember what we had here before?
What the heck?
You're trying to define us as we generate the character.
Yes.
We need the predefined stuff in the generate character function, right?
Yep. We need to pass it as an argument.
That's it. Thanks.
Yeah. So that's why arguments and parameters and functions are really cool because we can change the output of the function just by depending on what you pass it. So in here, let's say so if we have this here, right? And this would go into the first one. This would go into the second one. And so on and so forth, right? But what are we missing here? Hold on. So how can we make this work with any information that is put here?
Can we define name, job, age as we would define a person?
Well, it's the same thing because remember, since we're using this here, and we're passing this, and this is going to go into this parameter here. So basically, we could use this in here, and name could just be name. And job could just be job.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know, my friend. I know. No, this is good. I'm throwing you guys some curves.
What?
Because remember, all this is a function here, which is generating a character based on the arguments that you supply it. I mean, take a look at that. Do you think, so after this, what is going to be, are they going to have the same information, character 1 and character 2?
No.
What is character 2's, what class, what job is it going to be?
Wizard.
Mm-hmm. With the H?
Huh?
No,
H?
the ages are
Yeah, it's the same.
That's just because we told it to.
Well, yeah, exactly. We're passing it. So again, remember what we wanted was to create a function that takes arguments to define what kind of character you want to create. This, I think I have a better, somewhat, kind of a better way of explaining this later on, but I think this is okay for now. So again, I have the function, takes all this info that you're passing it, and packages just, well, creates a person, something of type person, and packages this into it. Now, if I wanted to create a third one, how would I do it? All right. Well, I could just copy paste. Actually, to you guys, create the character 3 and make it Dan. What class you want to be?
How about a warlock?
Okay. Call it Dan. Make him a warlock. I don't know, age, whatever age, 111, and true. And type it out for me. And paste it. Remember, this seems a little bit all over the place, but once it comes together, it's gonna be sweet. It's like little sweet, like that commercial. I think it's Dr. Pepper. Or Sprite. All right. Go ahead, Dave. What you got typed up?
Huh?
How do I? Oh, yeah. Wake up. Oh, we're almost done. Sorry.
Gotta wake up. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, create a third character with Dan, Warlock, and the same info. Go ahead. You guys got it?
I'm having a hard time typing. I can't see my keyboard.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do it. It's pretty easy.
I'm moving. I'm moving. It's just slow.
All right. Let's see. It's easy for me. I just realized because I could just cut and paste. Yeah. Stomach is good.
Spaces where they shouldn't be.
Exactly. There you go. Nice. There you go. You guys get it? Let's see. Let's see. We're in here. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of a. So do you guys see how in here we have the function? We're taking arguments. We're taking these arguments and building up and further defining the object that we created of type person. We're putting it in here. Then once we have it and we package it up nice, we return that character. And that character is going to go here. And we do the same thing each time. So do you guys remember? So if we were to remove this and have it the way it was before, where it doesn't take any parameters, that would kind of be useless, right? I mean, since we need to create characters that are always different and not the same, you would need to create, give it parameters or arguments, correct? Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, we went off on a little tangent here, but this is the one takeaway here is that whenever you create something of type person by using the word new, you are creating an actual instance in memory of that object. And then you can manipulate that object. How do you have access to the name and the properties inside? Do you guys remember? What do you have to use? You use a dot.
Okay. Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't understand what you were asking.
Yeah, that was a little bit out there. Yeah, so here, so we got right here. And this is my character here, Blip. So in your minds, right? What would these look like? Do you guys understand that in memory we have something called character 1 with this information, right?
Yeah.
Character 2 with this information. Character 3 with this information. They're kind of like the same. I mean, a different. They're the same class, but they're different space and memory. Because we kind of created a new space and memory by saying new. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think we're going to stop here for now. This is, I know it's a little tricky, but once we get through, this part is going to be, I think a little clearer. All right. So when do you guys want to get together next and go balls out on this a little bit? When, I don't know, Thursday, tomorrow. When are you guys good?
Thursday.
Probably be a lot easier.
All right. Thursday. All right.
I want to try and review the last 3 sessions real quick and put some things together before I continue.
No, yeah. I also,
a lot of time.
No, I will. I'll also put a little bit of something together to help you guys out because, again, this part, it's kind of the most important part. It's very key, and we're going to be kind of going over it and over it. But once we understand that, it's everything else is going to be pretty easy because right now we're working on learning how to use. We're learning the tools that we can use. Right? It's like the hammer, a wrench, a tool. All that stuff. Right? And once we get those and we understand how to apply them, it's all we need to do is just build shit. But learning how to use the tools and knowing what tools are available is kind of the most important part. So I'm gonna prepare some good stuff for you that will hopefully help. And on Thursday we go back and hang in there because again this is kind of the most important part. And I know it's a little tricky, but we will get there. I'll try to work on some better examples as well. But I mean, at least you guys understand this part here somewhat, correct?
Yep.
I think if I plug it into Visual Basic, it would be easy to create a form that would just start doing that.
Oh, yeah. And I think I'll work on a better project as well. That way we're building towards something, which makes it much easier. And I'll put this project as well. All right. So I'll see you guys Thursday. And take it easy.
Right. You too.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem, man. Luke.